Call a meeting to order for the Ashland Board of Commissioners for January 9th, 2025, and welcome. We have some preliminary materials we got to get done before we get started, so I'll ask the Honorable Judge Vincent to come and do our proceedings. We need to be sworn in before we can do any work.
All right, Mayor Charles, would you stand, please?
I'll come around there.
All right.
I can ask my wife to come out.
Absolutely. All right, Mr. Mayor. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky, so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully execute to the best of your ability the office of mayor according to law, and do you further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, you, being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within the state nor out of it, nor have you sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have you acted as a second in carrying such a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person so offending, so help you God.
May God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, now, commissioners, if you all would like to come jointly around. All right, would each of you raise your right hand? Do each of you swear that you will and truly discharge the duties of the office of the Commissioner of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, according to the best of your skill and judgment, and that you will not knowingly or willingly commit any malfeasance of office, and will faithfully execute the duties of your office without favor, affection, or partiality? And do you further solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky, so long as each of you remain a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully execute to the best of your ability the office of City Commissioner according to law? And do you further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, being a citizen of this state, you have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within the state nor out of it, nor have you sent or accepted the challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have you acted as a second in carrying a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending, so help you God.
I do.
Congratulations, DJ.
Thank you, Judge. Really appreciate that. All right, let's get down to business. If you all will rise, we'll ask Commissioner Goot to do our invocation, and I'll lead us in a pledge of allegiance.
Let us pray. God, we ask your Holy Spirit to come into these chambers and to preside over our meeting today. Lord, you are faithful, and we are thankful for your favor and blessing on our city. Today we begin a new year in our city. We ask your continued blessing on our mayor and commissioners as we strive to make the right decisions for our city and its citizens. Bless our city manager, our staff and employees, and those in attendance today. We pray always in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you, Commissioner Goot. Motion to receive and file the agenda as presented.
So move.
Second.
First and the second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We'll move on. We'll go to our hearings and the reports now. And if you don't mind, I guess I'll start off, and hopefully I won't grab all your thunder. But first of all, welcome to everybody that's come here today. And I know that I am proud, I am honored, I'm humbled to be here in this chair, and with your trust to be able to help move our city and our beloved city forward. I know all of us here are very excited about what we're here to do and guide our city to prosperity. I tried to give some thought to something I would say profound today, but it kind of boils down to just making sound business decisions and providing servant leadership to our citizens that so much deserve. The citizens have voted and gave us the opportunity to use your tax dollars in the best way possible. And that's what I intend to do. Each of us have many priorities, and we are all united on many of them. We have a lot of work ahead of us, and we're ready for that task of serving you, the people of Ashland. I had a campaign slogan that said, "Together we can." And that's what I intend to do in my position here, to include the citizens of Ashland in our decision making, getting community input where needed and including priorities of the city. Obviously, economic development is going to be on everybody's list, but to help that, I plan to continue our relationships with Frankfurt and explore the vast possibilities that are there and that are out there for all over. I hope to increase our ability to better disseminate information to our citizens, and I already have many ideas how we can do that. I plan to bring back Walk with the Mayor this spring to get better input from the different perspectives of our neighbors in different neighborhoods, and then bring that back to our commission. And of course, our commission, all of them are invited to do that with us. We have a large project in front of us with our wastewater treatment plant, and we plan to oversee that with a very watchful eye. You will see a lot of open meetings coming up in these sessions to help transparency and hit within our government. I do plan that the state of city of that address, I want to do that in the late spring or early summer to give kind of a more insight in how the city and the status of the city's government. As the late Jimmy Carter is laid to rest today, I believe it would be appropriate for one of his quotes, which are so pertinent for me today. And it's time we let the people run the government and not the other way around. I don't want to steal all the commissioners' thunder, like I said, so I'll stop here. But I hope that we meet your expectations in every way and that make you proud to call Ashland your home and be a citizen here. But thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor. First of all, thank you to everybody for showing up. This is a heck of a crowd. And thank you to the people who supported me during this election. The biggest three are sitting in the third row back there, Rob and Sharon and Haley. Thank you all. Thanks to the street department for getting us out here today, and all the utilities, actually. During the campaign forum, you may have watched, may have attended, I said, I quoted Mitch McConnell when he said elections have consequences, and they do, but they also provide opportunities. And I want to take advantage of this opportunity I have for the next 2 years, not to take anything else from the city, but to give back to the city. I've enjoyed my 24 years as a police officer, and I look forward to my next 2 years as your representative up here. And the only pledge I'll give you today is I will listen to you. Thank you, Mayor.
Great. Thank you,
I got some advice several months ago from a friend of mine who said, and I stated this earlier, he said, less is more. And it's an individual who I truly look up to, and he's a good friend of mine, and he's a very respected individual in the community. I'm not going to elaborate on, the election or any of my plans. I just want to simply say thank you to the over 4,000 individuals in the community that elected me the youngest commissioner ever in the history of this city. It's an exciting journey that we're going to be on, and it's going to be a journey. There's going to be some tough days, and there's going to be some good, exciting days such as today. But real quickly, if I look back upon my life in these short years, it would be tough for me years ago to look at today and see a kid who still suffers from diagnosed social anxiety and had speech classes in school. To be the youngest ever elected to serve this community it's an honor. It's an honor of a lifetime. And I look forward to serving this community. My door will always be open. My numbers are on my business cards, my emails. Feel free to reach out to me with any question, concern. I know it started this past weekend with some concern around the community, but we're here. That's what we're here for. The community elected us to serve you, the community. So I appreciate that. I'm honored to be here, and I look forward to getting started and hitting the ground running. So thank you.
Yeah. Commissioner Martin?
Mayor, Commissioners, Ms. Maddox, Mr. Grubb, Mr. Wheeler, audience, welcome to be here. And gosh, I'm amazed at the number of folks that have come out on a day like this. With the weather conditions, we really appreciate your efforts being here. First, I want to thank Mr. Grubb, Public Services, Police and Fire, our utility workers, for their excellent efforts in maintaining city services and keeping our streets and public space safe to the highest possible degree. Mr. Grubb has hit the ground running as we knew he would. I feel truly privileged to serve as a city commissioner elected by Ashland citizens after 39 years of service to this community, enabling me to return to work with the city's outstanding department heads, staff, and employees, folks I consider family, toward the common good of providing the best city services possible. I want to thank the voters for this opportunity, and I'm excited to serve with this board. We're all in this together. Thomas Wolfe wrote, "You can't go home again," but here I am. I want to thank the prior commission, the mayor, city manager, for their efforts on behalf of the city. We're all excited to get to work on city business. There are major issues to deal with, including, among many others, the city's financial condition, the wastewater treatment improvement, going forward with the conference center, and addressing the needs of the Paramount Arts Center. One promise you have from this board, and you've heard it already several times, is that your business will be conducted in open meetings, with closed sessions held at a minimum, and that we will make every effort to disseminate needed information and obtain public input. In this regard, we're restructuring the meeting times to allow for greater opportunity for public attendance. Thank you for being here.
Mr. Goot.
Well, welcome to the first meeting of the new year. I'm thankful to be able to be here once again. This is my 9th term. Somebody said, "When are you going to retire?" Well, Steen has it in for me. When I'm on the Steen obituary column, that's when I'll retire. Nobody retired in the Bible. When you retired, you went to heaven. So I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful for the voters for their continued support. I'd like to congratulate our mayor and my fellow commissioners for being elected and running a clean and successful campaign. I count everybody up here on this podium as my dear friends. I've known Sonny Martin for years and years. He was a city attorney when my dad served in 1992, so I'm a second-generation city commissioner. What a better person to wish for to represent you as commissioner, with his knowledge of the ins and outs of the city, both legally and how it functions, with his knowledge of every department. I count him as a mentor. When I think about the other commissioners up here, Tim Renfro, I served with him at Armco and AK. We started out there years and years ago, back in the 70s. And then he went on to a career as in the Ashland Police Department and now retired. And I was on the sidelines when his son Rob played for the Ashland Tomcats, and he's now a great attorney. And so I look forward to serving with Tim. This is the second time I've served with Chuck. He was the mayor before. He has a history of service and a history of getting things done and having consensus, getting things done. A good example of this is one of the major accomplishments was the Charles and Betty Russell Trail. He researched this and got people together from everywhere to work on weekends. I remember scout troops and all kinds of service clubs and people from the hospital, both city and county. I cleared brush with Steve Toller and my wife on the side of that hill.
That's right.
We took off an old TV, somebody thrown an old TV over Ashland Avenue, and 2 Boone's Farm bottles. I counted one of them as mine. And so we cleared that brush off and made a great trail right in the heart of the city. I was at Central Park one time, and a lady said, I struck up a conversation at one of the new playgrounds, and I said, "Where are you from?" And she said, "Minnesota." I said, "Well, how'd you get here from Minnesota?" She said, "Well, I have relatives here, but said, we like that trail you have, that Charles and Betty Russell Trail." Said that we moved here because it was a great feature you had in your city. And so it's going to be a great thing to serve with you again, Chuck, and I look forward to serving with you. Last but not least, I'm happy to be able to serve with my friend DJ Reimer. I go back a long way with his family. I had his dad when I was a youth pastor at Emmanuel Baptist Church, and I think about this morning when I jotted this down, I thought about a verse in Proverbs. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. And so when I think of the Reimers, I think about the wealthiest family in Ashland. I think of them as wealth. He has followed in his dad's footsteps as one of the greatest public servants in the city. I had him as a 4th grader at Charles Russell when I was a teacher's assistant. I had his sister Sarah in both softball and basketball. DJ has a proven record of being a public servant. I think about Repair Affair, where he brought people together, hundreds of people together, to help people that can't help themselves in different projects. He was a public servant even before he had the title. So I'm proud to call you my fellow commissioner today, and congratulations. City Manager, there couldn't be a better person to sit in that seat with your wealth of information, both financially and how the city functions. Susan knows more than anybody up here. She has a wealth of information about everything over her years of service, and Andrew, one of the finest attorneys we have in the city, and so I'm grateful today. I'm grateful to you all, and I'll give you my best, my very best. My phone is always on, and you can reach me at any time of the night or day, and so I'm thankful for you, the citizens. I'm here to provide services, to promote economic development, and to take care of our employees. Thank you very much.
Well, and now I'd like to introduce our new interim city manager, Tony Grubb. And Tony started early, and he wasn't baptized by fire, but he was baptized by snow and ice. So he has had his hands full, but, you know, I think our street department, and I don't want to take your thunder away, but he has done a fantastic job so far. And I think Sonny got it right. He hit the ground running. but we'll pass it over for our city manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I really don't have a report. I would like to say that I'm excited to serve in this new role. I think together we can build a city we're all proud to call home. And I want everyone to know that nothing is possible without the great folks sitting in the back, to the side, and to my left. And with that, let's get to work.
Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Grubb. We appreciate that.
Mayor, I have a motion to elect DJ Reimer as Mayor Pro Tem of this board.
We have a motion for DJ Reiner, we pro tem, and we have a second.
Second.
Excellent choice. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Welcome. Thank you. All right, Chief, we would like to do our ceremony.
We'll start off, can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Okay. We'll start off in the first part of the meeting. I have some advancements within the police department due to retirement and due to an additional sergeant for some resources we need to oversee. So without further ado, I will call them up one at a time with their selection of who they're going to have pin their badges to them and any other family that are with them. So first of all, we'll have Chris Lee. Chris has his wife Autumn with him and his daughter Avery. Congratulations. Chris will be promoted to sergeant, and he will be assigned to the Field Operations Division as a team supervisor. So, Autumn, go right ahead. Anybody want any pictures or anything? We'll see them again here in just a minute. Corey Finley. He has his wife Emily. She'll be pinning, and his daughters Campbell and Carson are with him today to enjoy the moment. Corey's going to the rank of sergeant, and he will be assigned to the technical services division as a supervisor in that one of those sections over there. So, Emily, go ahead. Wes Horn. He has his wife Rebecca with him. We don't have any new horns with us.
He's napping.
Okay. So Wes is becoming a lieutenant, promoted to that position. He's going to become a watch commander in the Field Operations Division. And the last promotion is Eric Taylor. His wife Erica is with him. She'll be pinning him. And Eric is being promoted to the rank of major, and he will be the division commander over field operations. Congratulations, Eric. I ask that you four come right here. Family, if you want to come in behind here and support them from here. Mayor, I'll let you administer an oath of honor to these gentlemen.
Raise your right hand and answer to the affirmative that I will. On my honor, I will never betray my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will treat all individuals with dignity and respect and ensure that my actions are dedicated to ensuring the safety of my community and the preservation of human life. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for their actions. I will always maintain the highest ethical standards and uphold the values of my community and the agency I serve. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right, moving on, it's the time for our public participation. And we ask that anyone here that remove their hats and silence their cell phones during our meetings. This for anyone that with a comment or request may come to the podium and address the commission matters relating to the city business. Personal attacks, obscene or threatening language will not be tolerated. Presentations are limited by 5 minutes. A yellow light, which is indicated here, is 30 seconds remaining. A red light means you're out of time. One speaker is permitted per subject. No action will be taken at this meeting. Those with comments will ask to fill out an inquiry or complaint form and leave it with the city clerk for distribution of the proper city department. Anyone like to address? If you state your name and your address.
Roger Hall, 4919 Robin Hood Drive in Ashland. I just want to thank you all for being where you are. I'm one of the naysayers that was mentioned at the last meeting, and because of us naysayers, we're going to have you all, and I really appreciate it. I just want to say yet again that this conference center that not everybody's excited about, but could be a great thing for Ashland, is going to put the Paramount out of business. The Paramount that we know. I don't care who comes up here and says, oh, we'll make things safer for the kids, or we'll stop all our machinery when we're building the thing so you can do whatever show you're doing. No, it's not going to happen, and we can't tell each other differently. When this thing came about, I love to hear Sonny and some others talk about open meetings. This whole thing has been done in no open meeting. And we come to the last meeting of the year and see a presentation up there of what the conference center is going to be and what it's going to do to the Paramount. And it's thank you, goodbye, and we're out. That's it. But I'm just saying to you that the Paramount Theater that we know and our children have grown up with is not going to be there. And if it is there, it'll have nothing to do with the things that you wanted to have it here for. So please, please open this thing up, not getting rid of the conference center, but see what we can do about putting it someplace else and doing it openly. I would appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hall. Watch for our open meetings on that. Anyone else would like to address the commission? Yes, ma'am.
My name is Suzanne Barker Griffith, 535 Houston Avenue. I actually live in Westwood, but everything that you all do affects everybody, so that's why I'm here today. First of all, congratulations on your recent wins in the November election. I appreciate each of you and believe you can use your experience and talents to make everything better, not only for Ashland, but for everybody in northeastern Kentucky. You all have that power, and I recognize that. But the letter and accompanying materials serve as a point of discussion on Ashland's comprehensive plan. And I want to say, this is a very, very good plan. And I'm going to tell you how I know, because I have worked hard to get the Boyd County Fiscal Court to get either a strategic, which is a 5-year, or a comprehensive plan. So far, I've not been successful, but I'm a patient woman. I will be back. But anyway, in so doing, I have read and researched these plans from across the state. I mean, very in-depth. This is a good plan. It is solid. And at this time, I do want to recognize Commissioner Goot in leading the way on so many things. So many things that I would hear him say, I would go back and I would reference to see if it was in the plan. One of them was pocket parks within Ashland, and there is one on East Ashland. And when I saw that, I thought, oh, good. That's in the plan. That's part of the plan. And it's just so good. But anyway, I appreciate that. But the part that I want you guys to recognize is that this has to be relooked at every 5 years. This was written in 2020, so guess what, guys? You all are up next on this, so it'll be 2025, and I really feel like that you all have a unique blend to make this thing go forward and really do good things with this. And it's not something to be put on the shelf, but it is something to be used. And I want to give an example of a community that does that really well, and that's Warren County Bowling Green. In 1970, Boyd County had a population of 52,000, and Warren County had 57,000. And what they started doing, really, in the 70s was planning, communicating, which I've heard you say that today, and I'm so appreciative. They planned, they communicated, and they executed. And they have done this over and over and over again. And in 1990, they predicted that now their population would be 130,000. Well, it's 134,000. And I can tell you how they done it because I've researched it and researched it. It was that planning, communicating, and like I said, I'm going to say it again. I'm so glad that for your address today, because that's what this county needs. And then executing. So anyway, I just really appreciate you all. I feel that you can plan, you can communicate, and you can execute, because I know every one of you, and I have paid really good attention. And I appreciate you being here so good. Anyway, I hope that you will take the time to look through this. This is your year to make the community the way that you all see fit. I am going to ask one more request, though, okay? P.S. Please keep providing free busing on election days. Every citizen deserves the opportunity to vote. And thank you all so much.
Thank you, Ms. Griffith.
You, Suzanne.
Good afternoon, everybody. Congratulations on starting this new year. I'm excited for the city. I'm Ann Perkins. I'm the Executive Director of Safe Harbor. I have been there. This is starting my 27th year. I served 10 years as a board member, so I've been around for a long time, and I'm on the incorporation papers, so I have an invested interest in the work that the city of Ashland does, because you all are one of our most important partners at Safe Harbor. Safe Harbor is a domestic violence program that serves victims of domestic violence for the whole 5 COAD, but we are located in the old TB hospital complex. So we've been there for actually 41 years. We've been in business for 41 years. And we have housed in 41 years over 20,000 individuals, which is kind of mind-boggling because that's the number of people who live in the city of Ashland. So from the reason why I'm here is I think I know most of you, but I also know that starting this new commission, I'm going to continue to need your support. And over the years, what you help provide Safe Harbor are a few really important things. You all helped us establish Harbor Hill, which, for your information, we have just taken over the management of Harbor Hill, which is very different for us. We've never been a manager before, we've just been the service provider. But when we went into a partnership with PNC Bank 15 years ago, we did a $4.5 million tax credit project to renovate that hospital to 34 apartments. And our good friend, who I miss terribly, Mayor Steve Gilmore, actually was one of the key people who helped us get Harbor Hill developed. City of Ashland gives us 34 Section 8 project-based vouchers that help pay for the apartments for victims of domestic violence. So that was a very huge, key, important issue. And I hope that you all actually have approved it for the next 5 years, and I hope you'll continue to do that for many years to come. Steve also helped us, along with, I think, Tony and several other people, helped us get our bus stop at Safe Harbor. We're one of your biggest customers for serving people in Ashland. We probably spend, I'd say, somewhere between $5,000 to $7,000 a year on bus tokens every single year. It's a really big deal for us because we used to walk all the way to 13th Street with babies in strollers for them to take the bus. So having a bus stop at Safe Harbor is huge. We have over 13,000 bed nights. We serve over 500 women and children, and some men periodically, in our shelter. We have 150 people a day on our property. So, I just wanted to reintroduce myself to you all to say that we still need your support. We're probably a huge employer for our staff. Our payroll is probably about $900,000 a year. So we pay plenty of payroll taxes to you all. We're a good source of income for water. I think my water bill is like $2,500 a month. So we need you to help continue supporting our families. We've had people who have had tremendous success stories. We get people into every service. There is not another agency in the entire tri-state area that does the type of services that we do for families. And the number one thing we do is put them back on their feet and get them in safe, affordable housing. And we house over 100 people a year, or we move 100 people, 100 families a year into housing. So I just want to say congratulations to you. You know I'm going to be knocking on your door and talking to you about how you can help Safe Harbor, and I hope you'll support us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Perkins. One other.
Could I respond? You are a very valuable asset to this community, and it's mutually beneficial. We know who you are, and we won't fail to support your organization.
Very good. All right, hearing none, let's move to our consent agenda. Mr. Wheeler?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A resolution of the City of Ashland, Kentucky adopting, authorizing, and approving the course of action presented by the city manager on the items appearing on the consent agenda for the regular meeting of the Board of City Commissioners of January 9th, 2025.
So moved.
First and a second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. All right, that takes care of the new business.
Item A, first reading and approval of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, repealing ordinance number 164, series of 2023, and restoring the effect of KRS 83A 150.
So moved.
Second.
Have a first and a second. Thank you, gentlemen. Any discussion, comments? All in favor?
I'm thankful that we could get this done today. It has been something that I've been counting the days down that we could.
Needs to be done.
It needed to be done.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Thank you.
Item B, first reading and approval of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, amending ordinance number 55, series of 2013, as previously amended, which fixed the days, the time, and place for meetings of the Board of City Commission of Ashland.
So move.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion?
Could we let the audience know when the times and dates will be of the meetings?
Yes. We have them on there, or?
Yes,
they're-
well, essentially, it'd be the fourth Thursday remain at noon, and the second Tuesday at 5 p.m.
We hope to do that to give more accessibility to the commission, so people don't have to take off of work, or, they can do it on their way home. And hopefully, at 5 o'clock, it'd be a little bit more convenient for our employees, rather than coming back to, at 7 o'clock. So we tried to put some thought into it, and that's what we came up with.
I would also like to point out that we'll message this on social media and utility bills.
Okay, great. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you.
Item C, first reading and approval of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, authorizing and directing Chuck D. Charles, Mayor, and Tony D. Grubb, City Manager, or Michelle Veach, Assistant Finance Director, to establish a line of credit on behalf of the City of Ashland in order to borrow sufficient funds for operational expenses for the period July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion? And how long, Mr. Grubb, you think that will, to get us back?
Mr. Mayor, my goal is to get us off the line of credit late 2025, early 26.
Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Yes, sir.
Item D, first reading and approval of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, authorizing and approving change order number 1 between the City of Ashland, Kentucky, and Mechanical Construction Company for the 26th Street Pump Station Rehabilitation Project, increasing the contract in the amount of $25,976.09 for the Department of Engineering.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Item E.
First reading and approval of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, adopting the Housing Choice Voucher Program Utility Allowance Schedule for the City of Ashland Community and Economic Development Department, Division of Assisted Housing, Section 8.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion?
Yeah, I want to say that recently our Section 8 program found out that they were high performers again this year, so that's kudos to the staff, CED, and Section 8 housing. So,
Excellent. Good. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Item F.
Reading and adoption of a municipal order entitled, a municipal order of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, authorizing and directing the mayor to accept a donation of $2,500 to the Ashland Police Department provided by the Ashland Fraternal Order of Eagles.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Item G.
Reading and adoption of a municipal order entitled, a municipal order of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, authorizing and directing the mayor to accept a donation by OUR Rescue Organization of an electronic detection canine and training of a handler.
so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Yes, sir.
Item H, reading and adoption of a resolution entitled, a resolution of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, designating Michelle Veach as a certifying official for the line of credit control system and integrated disbursement and information system for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development on behalf of the City of Ashland, Kentucky.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Item I.
The mayor requests the board's concurrence on the appointment of Matthew Perkins to the Ashland Urban Renewal Board for the 4-year term, January 9, 2025 to January 8, 2029.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Item J.
First reading and approval of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, amending ordinance number 151, Series of 2023, which established the Ashland Conference Center Advisory Committee for the City of Ashland, Kentucky.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Can you expound on that?
Certainly. There were members that were named to that advisory committee. The mayor, Commissioner Clark, and City Manager Mike Grazy that need to be replaced. It's my understanding it's the wish of the board that the mayor be placed on that board as a fixed point, and that the remainder of the commission rotate on a basis. This is a meeting that essentially will happen twice a month, so in an effort to keep everyone informed.
So, Mr. Wheeler, these are going to be scheduled meetings, and is it your understanding and is it your opinion that these are open meetings?
It is.
Thank you.
And there's currently a plan in place to effectuate that. Right now, the first meeting of that group is currently scheduled to be January 21st. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah, January 21st at 1:30. We'll plan to have that here in the city building.
And that will be an open meeting.
And that will be an open meeting if that's your all's direction.
I
Yes,
would
sir.
suggest that the rotation be alphabetically, starting with Mr.
That's fine.
Duke.
Nobody
That
has
makes
any
sense.
objections to that?
That's good.
All right, very good.
Did you, I
let's
think, did they vote on that?
We vote?
Need to vote.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay.
Very
And-
good. You had an additional item,
And-
Mr. Wheeler?
And one additional item, Mayor, and this is really just a formality for the fire department to maintain, it's kind of just a check in the box, but this would be item K, a municipal order of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, authorizing and directing the mayor and Stephen Alley, Fire Chief, to execute an agreement between the City of Ashland Fire Department and Boyd County EMS regarding medical direction for the Ashland Fire Department members certified or licensed by the Kentucky Board of EMS, and that's basically just to maintain their compliance. There is no financial component of that. It's basically just a formality, similar to a mutual aid agreement.
I'll make the motion.
Motion?
Second.
Second? First and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Thank you all.
All right, now we have a special presentation and oath with our new canine, Mabel. Mabel, front and center.
No, I don't need
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. With your all's excitement, we have some excitement also going on with the police department. So approximately 2 years ago, the police department learned of an organization, Operation Underground Railroad, and their commitment to helping with resources and training in the fight against child exploitation. At that time, we were in the process of building our computer forensic lab within the police department and inside the criminal investigation section. We investigated this organization and found that they had a resource that could be applied for through a donation to help with our crimes against children, human trafficking, and similar investigations. I'm going to have Erica play a short introduction about now called, what was used to be called Operation Underground Railroad, but it's now called Our Rescue. And Nate Davis, we worked directly with him on obtaining Mabel.
Hi, I'm Nate. I'm the Senior Vice President of Global Operations and Survivor Care at Our Rescue. At the heart of our mission lies intervention of people suffering from sexual exploitation and trafficking. We do this through collaborations with law enforcement agencies around the globe. It is important to emphasize that we do not directly conduct raids or arrests. That responsibility lies solely with the police. While operating in different regions around the world, the Our Rescue and Country teams support police in many different ways. Whether it's developing intelligence, providing vital equipment and training for digital forensics, funding canines, supporting transportation and lodging needs, and in some cases doing undercover work, our teams are dedicated to making a meaningful impact. The fight is too great to face alone, and we are honored to work so closely with law enforcement, both domestically and internationally. Our end goal is to help bring hope and healing to survivors. Thank you for joining us in this vital mission.
Of course, when we began talking with Our Rescue, the resource we submitted for was an electronic storage detection canine, or in short, ESD canine. These canines uncover hidden electronic storage devices. Such devices are often used by predators to store illicit content, including child sexual abuse material. Using their keen sense of smell, these canines can detect the chemical compounds found in devices like SD cards, tablets, and external hard drives, no matter how cleverly they're concealed. Their role is invaluable. When traditional searches are unable to locate these tiny yet critical pieces of evidence, ESD canines step in, ensuring no device is overlooked. The Ashland Police Department is recognized for its excellent and computer forensic investigations. Staff I have here with us today, way ahead of the times, way ahead, and again, we're in a perfect position to accept this tool. These investigations have been related, that we've had for forensic investigation, have been related to child sexual abuse material, homicides, and many other investigations too numerous to mention. The digital footprint is so common today, law enforcement agencies must have these tools to solve crimes. Thanks to our government leadership, we have these tools today. Today, we can add our ESD canine to our toolbox. In the last week of October 24, we received the call from Our Rescue that we were next to receive donation of the canine. We had already identified a handler from the criminal investigation section, and on November 15th, our donated canine and handler met in Indianapolis. After training for more than 2 weeks, they both returned to Ashland to begin their journey and to continue their training. They've already started to work and have significant results so far. The Ashland Police Department is receiving this canine at the perfect time. We are restarting our canine program from over 45 years ago. We're fortunate to receive this amazing animal. This ESD canine is only one of 172 in the entire world. And she is one of 110 by the Our Rescue organization. There are 3 others in Kentucky, and I'm going to introduce the 4th right here in just a second. Our ESD canine is currently on the world stage as their cover dog in their latest press release on their international website, announcing a graduation of the five graduates. Our historical patch and her badge are clearly shown to make sure that Ashland is on the map. So at this time, I introduce you to Canine Mabel and her handler, Detective C.C. Porter. Mayor, I'd ask you to come down and administer the oath. I know this sounds a little strange, but watch what happens.
Mabel, raise your paw. This is kind of special for me. I spent a career in law enforcement in Washington, D.C., Alexandria, Virginia, and I worked a dog on the street for 7 years. It protected my life, kind of a different dog. Electronic dogs were unheard of back then. It's like, what? What are they going to find? But they're incredible animals, what they can do. So I'm proud to be able to install Mabel. All right. I'm able to solemnly swear that I will diligently serve the city of Ashland, Kentucky as electronic storage detection canine and that I will faithfully perform my duties to the best of my abilities in the accordance with the Constitution, laws, and regulations of the United States of America, the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and ordinances of the City of Ashland, Kentucky. I pledge to use my special skills to detect and assist in the investigation of electronic storage devices and the support of law enforcement efforts to protect the community and uphold justice. I will follow the guidance and commands of my handler, remain loyal to the safety and well-being of the citizens of Ashland, and uphold the integrity of my work. I will always act with care, responsibility, and dedication in all tasks assigned to me, with a commitment to truth, accuracy, and faithfulness. Mabel, do you say I do?
And just to let you know, she has already signed her oath. That is her actual paw print. So at this time, I'm going to just let you see, other than just see who she is. There's a couple of things in here we're going to let her find just to show you what it is that she can find that sometimes we cannot.
I've got two things out.
Okay.
Seek. Show me. Show me.
Yes, good girl. Good girl.
Chief, you want to undo this real quick? There's a micro SD card taped over there. Grab it. Show everybody.
She just found a micro SD card.
Good girl. Good girl. Let's go on. Here, seek. Seek. Yes, good girl.
This book here is a false book that has a hard drive hidden inside of it.
Good girl.
It's
Come on, let's go on. Go, here, seek. Seek, seek. Here, seek. 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 Seek.
Show me.
Yes, good girl.
This car key has it's a fake car key that has a micro SD card inside of it.
Seek. 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 Seek.
Show me. Show me.
Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
So this is a can of Dr. Pepper, and it actually has a false top, and then there's a micro SD card inside of it. So I don't know about you guys, but if I'm on a search warrant, I'm not going to be picking up a can of Dr. Pepper thinking that there's evidence hidden inside of it. So
She's pretty awesome, aren't you, girl? Yes. You're all done? Right.
Thank you.
So Mabel is already on the go, and maybe before the next few months, we'll have another surprise for y'all.
Very good. Outstanding. Thank you, Chief. All right,
Get her
without-
an FOP.
what's that?
She needs to be.
An FOP? Gotcha. All right, we have a motion to go into executive session to discuss property acquisition and individual personnel matters.
So moved.
Second?
second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right. We will return. All right, we're back in session from our executive session. On the individual personnel matter, there was no effort there or action taken. And on property acquisition, a motion to allow Mr. Andrew Wheeler to continue negotiation.
So move.
Second.
First and the second, all in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
All opposed. All right, Mr. Wheeler, you're at it.
Thank you. We'll get on it.
All right. We're going to recess this meeting in a minute till tomorrow.
So I want to make a motion to recess this meeting until tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? And I guess I'll go ahead and make an announcement that we're going to do a work session that'll be open to the public the 22nd, is that what I said was?
Yes.
The 22nd at 11 a.m. here for a work session. That'll be open to the public. With no further business, we stand adjourned.